What's up, everyone? Welcome to 429. So we got April 29th, quarantine WOD. Today's warm-up is going to open up the shoulders a little bit as well as the spine all in one movement with the yoga push-up. Then you have jumping lunges, which will kind of get those legs, those knee joints, ankle joints, all those joints kind of warmed up a little bit, as well as some power production by doing a jumping style of that. Then you got handstand kick-ups, getting the overhead position warmed up for handstand walks to be done later. All right, this warm-up is 15 rounds, but it's 1, 2, 3. So you do 1 yoga push-up, 2 jumping lunges, and 3 handstand kick-ups. Increase your intensity, as in your transition between movements, as you go out. Go through this. I suggest breaking this 15 rounds into like set groups of 5, where you do the first 5 really slow and casual. You do the second 5 rounds a little, maybe after a rest, you do the second 5 rounds a little bit more intense, maybe a little break after that, and then you go really intense for the last 5 rounds. All right, do some sort of variant like that so that your heart rate is increasing through the warm-up, and as well as your just body temperature in general is warming up. Then you guys are going to go into the build. Today's build is going to be all about the legs, especially the quads. So we've got 8 step-ups per side, and then you've got 1-minute wall sit. If you cannot do step-ups, which should be weighted, if 8 weighted step-ups is an option for you, if step-ups don't really work out for you, like you don't have a step that's really high enough, or you don't have any weights necessarily, whatever, grab a backpack, load it, and do it anyway. Or do split squats if you don't have the object to be able to step onto. Again, 8 per side, make sure it's tough, challenging, whatever. All right, then you follow that up immediately. So second you get done with your step-ups, you go to the wall and do a minute wall sit. If a minute doesn't seem like much to you, go ahead and add weight to the wall sit. Keep it at a minute. Then you got a minute rest between every round. 4 rounds of that. That should feel awesome. Next up you got, oh hey, I just realized it's wall sit Wednesday too, so fun stuff. Next up we got expected is the workout. So with this workout, it's kind of just about being consistent. So it's not really a scoreable workout. It's just about being consistent, getting the skill down, and nailing it every time. So you want to pick a rep scheme and a movement scheme that is appropriate, as in it's challenging but it's not overreaching. If it's overreaching, you're probably just going to be working too long, and it is an every 4-minute style workout. So if you're at the 4-minute mark and you're still trying to finish the round, you're going to burn out. Like, it's not the intent of the workout. You're supposed to have some built-in rest, approximately a minute in this. All right, so every 4 minutes for 20 minutes, you'll do 13 burpees, 75-foot walking lunges, weighted. Make sure they're weighted appropriately. 75 feet should be difficult to achieve. Then you're going to try to kick up directly into a handstand walk. The mission with this kind of workout is to transition from movement to movement without question. There is no breathing, there's no stopping. It's just pick up the next movement and go, right? Once you're done with all the movements, that's when you rest. That's the intent of today's workout. That's the stimulus you're looking to achieve. It's hard work, but possible, and then rest until that next 4-minute mark hits. All right, so make sure that you guys are really scaling that appropriately. You could scale the number of burpees, the distance on the lunge, the weight on the lunge, or you can scale the handstand walk to wall walks. You could scale it to a bear crawl if wall walks are incredibly exhausting, but I only have 3 wall walks to sub in there, so it should be pretty doable for everyone. Remember, even wall walks can be scaled to a point where you're not going all the way against the wall. You're just coming up to where you can control. The control that you're looking for is all about the spine. Okay, so you want the integrity of your spine to be maintained throughout that wall walk. It should not change shape. All right. Next up, we go into our cool down today. Cool down is designed to counter some of what we did. So we're going to do 2 to 3 rounds. You'll do 20 to 30 Russian twists. You could weight them or unweight them. It does not matter. All right, depending on how good you are at them, you can also count your rep scheme 1, 2, or 1. It does not matter which way you want to do that, as long as it's appropriate for you. And remember, it's a cool down. It should not be fully exhausting or anything like that. If it is exhausting, so to speak, just take breaks. It's okay. All right. Then you got a 20-second half kneeling high knee. Basically, what this movement is designed to turn on those hip flexors. All right, get those hip flexors to actually communicate with the brain a little bit by holding this position where you don't really have to think about anything but lifting your knee up as high as possible. You're stable, everything about it is great, should feel pretty good. Should at 20-second mark be kind of burning, but not to the point where you guys cannot achieve it. All right, that's going to be your Wednesday workout of the day. If you guys have questions, make sure you leave them in any comments, send them to me in an email, text, whatever you got to do. Enjoy your hump day.